Hi, I'm Dr. Stanislav Henkin, a cardiology fellow at Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center. And here with me, I have Dr. Jay Widmer, interventional cardiology fellow at the Mayo Clinic. Dr. Widmer, so what do you think is the role of social media for cardiology fellow nowadays?
It's a good question. Thanks for having me, Stan. Good to see you again. So I think that the role for social media is many-fold, and you can get into this and do whatever you'd like with it. I initially got started in 2008, actually, on Twitter and Facebook just as a way to assemble news feeds, assemble sports information, cardiology, medicine, and I found that to be a very important way to also communicate with colleagues. So I think you can use it as a news collection entity. You can communicate with colleagues. I think you can reach out, and I've actually, my new job is actually through some of my social media contacts down at Baylor Scott & White. So I think you can use it for a lot of different things. Certainly at meetings, use it to connect, see what's going on, see who's doing where, and connect with people such as yourself. You used to be at Mayo, now you're at Dartmouth, so we're able to follow some of your things. So I think you can use it for a lot of different purposes.
Jay, you said you've been involved in social media for about 10 years now. How do you think it's changed over the past 10 years?
That's a good question. It has been 10 years, and that's odd to think about. But I think it's become a little more, you have to be a little more savvy with things now. The metrics and that sort of thing can be a little bit, you can play with the numbers almost. And so you really have to be up on things. There's some strategies you can use, creating lists on TweetDeck, really going through Facebook and being good with your privacy settings. So I think staying up to date with some of the current practices is going to be important. People like Sheila Sani, Chadi Al-Rais are very good with that. So having contacts so you know that you're modern in your practices, really.
Jay, for some fellows who don't have a Twitter account, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who's interested in starting on Twitter, and any advice that you would give to be careful about with social media?
Good question. Again, so if you're going to start a Twitter account, I think that you need to kind of think about a few things first. One, is this going to be solely professional? Is this going to be mixed personal, professional? Is this going to be solely personal? And that will help kind of guide how you set things up. If it's going to be for solely professional, I think you'd want to use something with MD or doctor, DO, something that really has your professional identity and your professional brand, and then you follow people that you want to collect information from. I think it's also important as you set it up to not only create information for and obtain information from people who you know and like and get along with, but also people you might not exactly see eye to eye on certain issues, whether it be politically, scientifically, or what have you, because you really need a good breadth of knowledge. So I think that would be important. And then understand where you want to go with your privacy settings. Do you want to share things about your family, your kids, your whereabouts? Some people do, some people don't. So having some of those things in mind as you set your Twitter account up is going to be very important, or Facebook, or LinkedIn, or Instagram, whatever you'd like to do.
Jay, I think those are all excellent points. You know, in a life where our privacy is minuscule at this point, our patients can find us. I think that those are all very important points to consider.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for.
Interestingly, in 10 years, I've never had a patient contact me on Twitter.
Yet. It was great talking to you, Jay. For more videos, please visit youtube.com/FITsontheGO.